besties, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is a second channel video, which I love very much. So right now it is currently 4:22 in the morning, and if you hear little pitter patters, it is because Bonnie and Tyler are just running around. We're going to talk about their relationship in a second. I mean their friendship. They're my cat, my dog, come on people. But I'm just gonna be making some dinner right now. So first of all, I wanna turn on the hob, and then I'm gonna turn this one on, and I'm gonna turn it to 5, and then it'll light up. Perfect. Ow, fuck. And then I have this, which is filled with like boiling water, because I like doing that just before I start, just to like, I feel like I'm like giving it one last clean. If you don't know, we're making butter noodles. I never know how much water to put in this. I'm going to do it until that feels like a good amount. Yeah, that feels like a good amount. I have it to about here. See, now I want to put more in. I'm just going to put a little bit more in. So, just going to put this over here. It's like really quiet right now. Wow, there's one thing about living alone, you really realize how like quiet it is, and you just have like so much time to like, you just like hear yourself, which a lot of people think I like to do, but I actually don't. Bonnie is just sitting right now in front of me, and she looks really cute, and Tyler is playing with his little toy. So I actually need to get my salt out, because we're going to salt the water as well. Butter noodles has really become a staple for me after Trisha Paytas introduced me to it, and they started making it on their channel, and they were always talking about it, and I kind of wanted to see what the hype was about, and then I loved it. It really is like an easy meal to make, and it just is so lazy, and it's just like, it can be so delicious. I actually do need to take the butter out and allow it to just kind of like defrost, because like right now it's like rock hard. So thankfully I remembered to do that. So let's quickly talk about how the animals are getting on. So Bonnie is my French bulldog, and Tyler is my little kitty. I'm gonna show you them both here. So this is Bonnie. Hello, my name is Bonnie. And then this is little Tyler. Hello, my name is Tyler. And a lot of people have been asking for an update on them, and also how they've been doing together. And as you can see, like there's no fighting going on here. It was a process, let me tell you. There was never any fighting between them. It was just that Bonnie is very overpowering, or overbearing is more the word I'm looking for. Like she gets very excited, and she comes from back home, which we very much so have cats back home, and we have animals back home, so she's used to playing rough. And obviously Tyler has never been around dogs before, so it was a bit of an adjust. It was basically just me the first couple days, like kind of restricting Bonnie. Like I would sit down and I would introduce them like for a couple hours a day, and I'd be sitting with Bonnie, and I'd be like, Bonnie, sit down. So I just sat down. So let's not run at the cat, let's not scare the cat. The cat can also jump up on cat tires, and can jump up on the sofa and like the table. So he always had an advantage over Bonnie, so that he could go and hide and stuff. In the first few days, he really loved hiding. The first few days, he did not like being around Bonnie. She was just a bit too much. And over time, they just really like each other's company now, and Bonnie is very appreciative of the fact that she can obviously have Tyler as company, because she came from back home, like I said, which we had a lot of animals there. So I'm happy that at least, you know, she has that company now. I have like a rock between my foot I'm trying to shake off, and they're just sitting beside each other right now. They're just honestly chilling. Like I'm gonna show you this right now. Bonnie. So cute. Oh wait, Tyler's looking up too. Hi. So this is like what my current view is right now. I don't know if you can see this, but they're just sitting looking up at me, because they just appreciate each other's company right now. And Tyler has really grown to be excited when Bonnie comes into the room. So basically, Bonnie sleeps in the bedroom with me, and Tyler just kind of roams and sleeps in like the living room kitchen area, like he just has free roam. And in the morning, whenever Bonnie and I come out, he gets so excited and he jumps down and he runs after us. So they're doing really well. I didn't address it, but I just salted the water. I'm gonna turn it up though to 8, so I can bring it to a boil. I am aware that you're probably supposed to put the salt in like right after it starts like bubbling and stuff. I'm just so impatient. I don't care. Like, oh, there's so much politics whenever it comes to making pasta. Let me live. So I have this. Okay, this has already been opened. I don't want to waste it, but I also kind of want to open a new one. Do I have a new one in here? No. Oh, I do. Okay. I'm not gonna waste this, but right now, I'm not in the mood to eat pasta that's a little bit stale. I ordered food earlier. Oh, if you're wondering why I'm awake right now. I mean, you're probably not. This is probably quite normalized for you to like know me in this state. I'm going to London in a few hours. Do you want to know why? Honestly, if I can be so honest with you right now, I feel like my life has been too structured. I feel like I've just been waking up at the same time and, you know, going for my walk and taking Bonnie on the walk and feeding the animals at this time and filming at this time and calling mom at this time, and it's just been very repetitive for me. And I was like, why am I living like that? Like, I'm literally living like I'm living on someone else's schedule right now, and I don't have to be doing that because I'm living out my own. So a couple hours ago, I was like, fuck it, let's do something tomorrow that like I wasn't planning on doing tomorrow. And so I'm going to London Zoo. I booked tickets to London Zoo, and I'm gonna get the train at like 7 a.m. So I have a good few hours still, and I've just been filming videos within the past couple hours. Like, I filmed one on Gabby, on James, another one on James, and then one on someone else who I can't remember. But I've just been filming and doing like emails all night, and I've been finishing up packaging of the signed art cards. People have been asking if they haven't got theirs yet. It's because some of them are still being sent out. Because whenever you get like a high order quantity, I just want to make sure people are getting the right ones. And so me and mom have just been working on them. So I'm working on the final, probably like 100 right now. So the water is starting to bubble, which is great. By the way, a lot of people really loved this butter, which is just like pure Irish butter, Kerrygold. A lot of the Americans really love this. I didn't know you had that over there. I actually do need to open it up because it's like really rock hard right now. So I'm super excited to go to London tomorrow. Tomorrow, as in a few hours. The sky right now is a really dark black. So in probably 20 minutes, it's going to turn into a deep blue. Then it's going to turn into a light blue, and then the sun rises. And I love that time of day. I've grown to kind of experience it every day. Sorry, I have like a knot right here. I'm trying to like get that sorted. Also, I've been doing shopping hauls on my channel, and people have been loving them, and I appreciate that. It's like the most boring content, and I feel like I'm just talking to a friend, because at the end of the day I am. And I do want to say that I've really been so appreciative of having a space, which is this one, to be able to post videos of me just like talking to a friend, because sometimes I need it, you know what I mean? Sometimes I need it. I don't know how much pasta to put in. I'll put in just a little bit more, and that should be enough. Like this. Yeah, that seems like it'll be enough. I always over or underdo how much pasta to put in. So, and I just leave it at the high temperature. I know you're supposed to let it bubble, fucking boil, then you do it. I just honestly keep it at a high temperature because I want to eat now. And all these people online are like, just wait 20 minutes and wait 30 minutes. It's like, I want to eat now, bitch. So, excited to go to London, very nervous. I've never been in London on my own before. And I don't know how to use the underground system. So if you don't know, London has the like tube system, which is the underground system, and the equivalent of that is like the New York subway. And I've only ever been able to do it whenever I'm with people. For example, whenever we got Tyler, Rachel knew how to use it. I don't know how to use it. It's just so confusing to me. And there's just so much happening at once and so much going on. And it's really, really, really stressful to me. And it just kind of overwhelms me. But I've been letting that stop me from going to London. And I was like, you know what? Tomorrow, we're just gonna have a chaotic day. We're gonna go to London. We're gonna go to the zoo. We're gonna do touristy things. And so I am doing that, and I'm going to Buckingham Palace, hopefully, as well. I really want to see that. Probably like Westminster Abbey, is that the right word? And see like the Big Ben, and probably try get on the London Eye, probably not. I know London Zoo is going to exhaust me, and so I'm just not posting about it until I do it, because while I'm so grateful of the fact that I have an audience and stuff like that, there has been a couple times recently where I've said that I've wanted to do something, or I've been somewhere or been doing something, and people have like tweeted me that they're like wanting to come find me. And while like I appreciate that people like kind of want to do that, it just makes me feel quite unsafe, And so especially whenever I'm going into London, somewhere I feel quite unsafe already, I don't necessarily want to be posting being like, I'm gonna be here in a few hours, or I'm on my way here, or whatever. So I think I'm going to like just take pictures and post them when I get home. And again, that has nothing to do with not being grateful or not. I don't even think I need to say that, honestly. Like, I think people know, like, it has nothing to do with me not being grateful of having an audience or not being grateful that people want to, like, meet me or whatever. It's super cool. But whenever I'm in an unfamiliar place, especially, it makes me feel very unsafe that, like, people who know the area, like, way more than I do, like, know where I'm gonna be, and, like, they know the exits and I don't know the exits, and it's just, even if you just, like if you're seeing me and, like, oh my god, I was at the beach, let's go get away, 2 days ago, Brighton Beach, and I was sitting, almost sleeping, and these two girls came up to me. I know you're probably watching this because you referenced my second channel, and they referenced, like, something on the night before on it. It was super cool. I think Bethan and I forget your names, I'm so sorry, but we had a great conversation. We talked for like 10 minutes, and it's super nice whenever people come up to you, and you know, I love talking to people, and I love, you know, whether they want to take pictures or whatever like that. It's super cool to me because I still just feel like it's just this really small channel, but I don't necessarily want to like put something out there and people tweet that they're on their way there, and then they're disappointed whenever they don't meet me or whatever like that. And so it is just kind of like a security thing as well. So I did just want to open up about that because I know that I'm going to London, and a lot of people do comment on my things and they're like, wait, when's the next time you're going to be here, because I really want to meet you. And don't get me wrong, I really love when people come up to me, you know, whenever we happen to like be at the same place, or you happen to see me, or you happen to, you know what I mean, like stuff like that is so cool and so exciting to me, because it's like, hey, we didn't know we were going to be here, but hi, you watch my channel, or hi, you know who I am, or you like my Twitter or whatever like that. And I genuinely love those moments, but I don't necessarily want to be just like constantly putting my location out there and people being like, I know you're going to be here, so I'm going to go there. So that was a long way of saying that I'm going to London, and I'll be posting this video after I go to London, so please wish me luck that I find my way around and stuff. So that's kind of the update on that. The other update is, tonight I wanted a Red Bull because obviously I was pulling an all-nighter and I didn't have any, and I put ice in my drink. I was actually on FaceTime with my friend Chris, who's probably going to watch this as well. Hi Chris. I put ice in my glass. I was like, right, I'm going to go get my Red Bull. No Red Bull. So I Uber Eated, which is like Uber Eats, like your takeaway, like on your phone, at like 2 a.m. or something like that, and got so many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 10 Red Bulls delivered. And the guy was like, you're not going to sleep tonight. And I went, sure as hell I'm not. So that was fun. Especially out here, you can just get things delivered like 10 minutes later, regardless of the time of day. But I do want to tell you about my dinner tonight. I'm not ordering takeaway, like takeout food, at all. But I did want to treat myself tonight. And I was like, right, I'm gonna like, what's my like favorite kind of food? And my favorite kind of food is burritos. I love burritos, I love tacos. I know a lot of people say tacos, I say tacos. Hello, what are you guys doing? Hello? I'm gonna go check on them because I feel like they're kicking out the litter box. And that is such a mess. Yeah, Bonnie, sneeze, I need help. Bonnie literally is like pissing me off so much because she keeps going into the fucking litter box and just kicking it out, and it's like, it's so like, I don't need to explain to you why that's annoying. I don't need to explain to you why that's the most frustrating thing in the, sit down, sit, good girl. I don't need to explain to you why that's the most like frustrating thing in the world. Like, she's going into this litter box, and Tyler will only go to the litter box if there's a lot of litter in it, and she just goes in and kicks it out. And so maybe the solution is getting like a closed over litter box. If you're like a cat dog person as well, please give me some advice. It's so frustrating because my dogs back home would never do that with our cat litter box, but Bonnie just feels the need. She gets in it and she kicks it everywhere, and like she like has under my sofa, which is so hard to like get under, and like is filled with litter right now, and like it's just a lot. So like, please, suggestions. And I get that she's adjusting to the place, but stuff like that is like acting out. You know what I mean? The bitch knows what she's doing. So I ordered Mexican food tonight, and it was £30. Like, it was so expensive. That being said, I think it was like a family business, so like paying extra I was like fine with. And I got a really big burrito, and I got tacos, 3 tacos and a big burrito. And oh my god, is she doing it again? Because I'll literally cry. Bonnie, please stop, please stop. Please, besties, how do I get her to stop doing this? I definitely need to get in like another kind of litter box. It's so stressful because you clean it up and it's like an incentive to want to do it more. My god. So I got big burrito and 3 tacos and nachos. The nachos were delicious. I got them with like a cheesy dip, so good. Then I tried the tacos. Hard shell tacos I ordered. By the time I got them, even though I put in priority delivery, I'm not even gonna, like, I don't want, like, with the vegan place I ordered, I told you the name, but I'm not telling you the place here because it doesn't need to be put on blast. By the time I got the delivery, they're 10 minutes down the road, and I got priority delivery by paying extra, and I tipped like a lot to the driver as well, so I don't know if it was a case of like delivered late or maybe just like left out after it was made. The tacos were not hard shell tacos. They were falling apart in my hand. They were wet, they were soggy, they were disgusting. They were just like cold and like damp, and so I can't eat tacos when it's like that at all. So I couldn't eat them. I literally left them all there. And then I was like, right, I have a huge ass burrito, like the biggest burrito you will ever see. I go to eat it and it tastes like fermented eggs. Like it just did not taste good. It like, the salsas were like conflicting, and the chili con carne inside of it tasted like it was like rotted, honestly. And so I have this huge ass burrito as well, and I don't like wasting food, and I was like, okay, so later on in the day I put it into a bowl, and I was like, right, I'm gonna season it myself and do whatever, and I just couldn't get past the overwhelm. Like the meat tasted like it was out of date. That's like the best way of putting it. And it was £30, and so I kind of was just like, I bit the bullet, and I was like, I'm not paying more for food tonight. So I just kind of didn't eat all day. I know that's really bad, but I was just frustrated at the fact the food wasn't good, and I'd put so much money into it. Like £30 is a lot for food, especially when you're just getting like a takeaway. So I just didn't eat all day, and so now it's 4 a.m. and I feel like quite like sick, hungry, you know, whenever you're like really hungry. So that's why I'm making food now. And it's essential that I eat before I go into London, because there's going to be a lot of cafes there, but I just don't necessarily know if it's the best thing to, like, you know, like not eat whenever I go in. Also, I've been talking about this a lot. I need to watch this real quick. I've been talking about this a lot, but the vegan shop sites here are incredible. People were commenting under my videos and being like, it's so nice seeing that Adam's open to like vegan options. It's not that I'm open to vegan options. I prefer vegan options because most of the time they're nicer, and most of the time the meat alternatives are delicious. So shout out to the vegans out there. I know that there's a lot of vegan besties, especially a lot of vegan besties who watch the second channel. I love vegan food. I love vegetarian food. I prefer it over normal food. And it's all like, it's just so delicious. And mentally as well, knowing that I can eat a lot more vegan food, and it's a lot, I hate to trigger warning, it's a lot less calories than regular food, because yes, I still do struggle with eating, yes, I still do struggle with body image, yes, I do still struggle with like, how many calories is in this, how many calories in that, I still struggle with that. So, okay, that's the end of the trigger warning. So, like, whenever vegan stuff is a lot less, that's why me being vegan, especially during that, okay, trigger warning again, me being vegan during 2017, I was vegan because I realized that it would make me lose a lot of weight. And I wasn't doing it for the right motives, and I had to stop, or else I was going to, like, whatever. So, that was, so for the people who, like, still don't know that I was, like, vegan, and they're like, wow, you really do appreciate it. I appreciate it because it's, like, especially the meals that I cooked and that I had back then were just a lot more delicious than stuff I have nowadays. What is going on here? Are y'all good? There's a bunch of bubble wrap on the floor and they're like jumping on it. I love vegan food so much, like vegan restaurant food and dairy. I mean, there was limited stuff. There was never a lot on the menu, but it was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. But that being said, at least during that time, it was not the healthiest thing for me, nor do I really think being vegan is the healthiest thing for me right now. Until I sort out my relationship with food, I don't think. necessarily restricting myself even more. And I know a lot of vegan people will be like, you're not restricting yourself and you're not whatever. Mentally, I know that I am. So until I work on that area of myself, vegan is not in the cards for me. However, I do go out of my way to buy vegan alternatives, eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, and sometimes like order vegan stuff when I go out to restaurants, because vegan stuff feels like it lies less heavy in my stomach, which I love, because one of my least favorite things about food is like it kind of makes you feel like slumpish or sluggish after, and like, yeah, slumpish as well. I don't even know if that's a fucking word. It normally makes me feel like I have to nap after, and it feels like I'm really tired. With vegan food, I could eat a huge meal and I wouldn't feel that. I would feel great, and honestly, like I wanted to eat more. But it's just kind of like weighing my pros and cons of each, I guess. Bonnie, that's not good. I was trying to eat the bubble wrap. So with all in all being said, I do think I'm handling myself out here really good. Like, I'm handling myself out here a lot better than what I did back home. In terms of food, working on it. However, I'm working on it. And I feel like progressing into the adult life. Ooh, I kind of really want to put some like, is it wrong to put almond milk in this? Like along with the butter? It would make it creamier, right? I might do that actually. Yeah, I still, you know, I'm progressing into adulthood and learning my boundaries and stuff like that, but I feel like I'm doing it really well. A lot better than what I thought, but I feel like I keep reiterating that. Bonnie, stop. No. No, 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 no. Let me throw a toy for you actually, so you have something to do other than playing with the fucking bubble wrap. Get the toy, get the toy. So, yeah, also the conversation of animals. Oh my god, I didn't want you to bring it back to me. The conversation around animals is, oh, the past few days with the animals has been stressful. I don't know, like, I was so used to at home, I kind of briefly touched upon this a few days ago, I was so used to like, if it was ever really overwhelming with Bonnie, you know, like my parents would look after her for a few hours before I like had to like recoup. And so like back home it was always, you know, like maintaining her being around multiple different animals, and she definitely misses that while she's out here, and so she's definitely like continuing to like act out whenever she knows that there's like, her entertainment right now is Tyler and me throughout the day. And she definitely misses the fact that there's not other dogs here, which I completely get, and it's a big shock to her. It is causing her to act out a lot with the stuff like the litter tray, and like she's trying to like destroy all of Tyler's toys and like his like house and stuff like that, and it's just like, it can be quite overwhelming for me, I'm gonna be honest, because it's just like, she's definitely a toddler. And so it's like working, you know, how to properly like care for all of that whenever it's just you out here, you know what I mean? Like it's not a case of me being like, all right, mom, are you able to like help here? Are you able to whatever? And so it's a lot of work, but I mean, it's really rewarding, I guess. And I mean, the thing with animals is like, I could never live my life, I think, without animals. I'm so accustomed to always having cats around, always having dogs around, always having like rodents around, always having hamsters around, always having rabbits around, and so I'm so brought up in that way. And I mean, like, it's a blessing and a curse. Like, I genuinely, whenever I'm not around animals or do not have an animal to like care for or look after, I start feeling so like empty. I start feeling like, okay, I'm just looking after myself, but I could be looking after an animal. And that was how I dealt with whenever I didn't have a hamster for a long time. I was like, I'm literally here and I could be looking after a hamster that's in the pet shop right now. That's how I've been with animals all my life, and so I'm so grateful to have Bonnie and so grateful to have Tyler, and the fact that they're safe and doing well is great. That being said, Bonnie can be very bold sometimes, but she's just being a little pup. She's still a pup and she's so cute and she's living her life, so I mean, all credit to her. So yeah, I mean, she's just thriving. I guess we all are right here. It's the little trio, and we're still missing Monty, but you know what? We have him in our memory every day. He's not dead, he's literally just back in Derry. People literally think he's dead. He's in Derry. Check my mom's Twitter, she posts about him every day. That being said, I miss my rabbit. I want my rabbit here now. Let's start a petition for what, Monty to like be good whenever he's in a car here and not be stressed out. Oh, I miss him. I love that rabbit. He's the fucking best. Oh, like if I could think about that too much, I get really sad. I love him. Oh my god. Okay, so it's been like 10 minutes. I've just been waiting for this to get to like a stage of pasta that I actually like. And now it's at that. So I'm gonna put in some butter now. I don't have any clean spoons, but because I live alone, I'm just going to use a fork. So let me honestly just, I feel like this is a good amount. Let me show you this. This is how much I'm putting in. Ta-da, I feel like that's a good amount. Okay, and if I need more, then I need more. Actually, I want to put more in. I'm gonna put just a little bit more in. So how's your day been? And I don't mean that as like someone who makes videos like asking how your day's been. I mean like I genuinely read every single comment that goes on my second channel, and you cannot say that I'm bullshitting. I'm actually gonna put in some almond milk as well. You can't say I'm bullshitting because if you commented on my second channel, then that means that I have hearted your comment at least. I love, oh this, yeah, might work. I genuinely, my second channel is very easy to maintain, obviously because of the smaller numbers, and it's just so much fun. Like, I love reading, you know, what people are feeling that day or how people are responding to like something I say, and it's just genuinely, I appreciate it. So if you're here, thank you so much. And so I want to know, maybe if you've done anything fun this weekend, you're doing anything fun the following weekend, if you've been doing anything, if you're back to college or back to school. I know a lot of the besties were responding to my tweets basically saying that they're back in college or back in work, and that is crazy to me. I can't believe you're already back. But then again, I've been so far removed now from college life ever since dropping out. But still, like I know how the work feels, and it's crazy to me that people are back in school already, and like, you know, we're out of a lockdown here, especially in the UK, and back home in the north, they're out of a lockdown as well, or like easing out of one. It's just crazy how like the world is slowly starting to go back to what it was again, and it's like, will this last? Who knows? In the UK, will it last after like so many nightclubs and so many bars and stuff are open again? Who knows? Like, every time I go for a walk now down by Brighton Beach, I see all of the like open bars and open clubs, and basically what I mean by that is any like nightclubs and bars and stuff, they're not allowed to be like inside dining, but outside they have like pub gardens, sorry, and it's people drinking and people whatever, and I see all that, and it's so many people like back to back to back to back, and I'm seeing all these people like walking through the streets like back to back to back to back, and like shopping centers is the exact same, and it's like, heaven forbid anything happens about like cases spiking and stuff. But I've been seeing a lot of people, especially like locally, talking about the fact that they believe that we're now at a certain stage with like vaccinations, that it's the equivalent of a really bad cold season. I don't know how reliable that necessarily is yet. But I mean, my parents got vaccinated. That is great news. My grandparents are vaccinated. That's kind of the most amount of people I know that are vaccinated right now. I would love to get vaccinated, but again, I'm so far down the priority list, as I should be, that, you know, it's probably going to be very late this year. But you know what? Like, there are so many people that need the vaccination, like, before. Like, I'm quite a healthy person, and my age bracket and just everything, like, you know what I mean? If we get the vulnerable, at least, out of the way, then it can ease up society a bit. Right or no? I don't know. I feel like the full conversation, I'm so scared to talk on the conversation of like vaccinations and COVID and like what the updates are in the world, just because like I never want anything I say to be misinterpreted and stuff like that. And sometimes if I say a statement on like COVID or whatever like that, people think that you're being irresponsible, and it's just me wanting to have a conversation. So I've always like kept my mouth a little bit more quiet on that than I would like to, but it's interesting now, especially being in a really popular place while things are opening up again, because it really is just like before. Like, I'm talking so many people on the street, like that, truth be told, people are wearing masks, which is great, and I'm glad to see. But it's in the UK, they're doing it next month, no more masks. And I honestly want to wear masks for a very long time. Like, mentally, like, I need to wear one now because I'm aware of your germs, I'm aware of mine, I'm aware of this, I'm aware of sneezing, I'm aware of touch, I'm aware of, like, I'm so, like, about it now that it's like, I'm going to be wearing a mask. I'm telling you now, like, and especially on airplanes, I hope moving forward we can normalize wearing airplane, like, masks. You know what I mean? Like, it should have been a thing before. I don't know why it wasn't. And it should be moving like into the future. Like it should have been something in the past, I meant to say, sorry. The sky is now getting a dark blue, which means that the sun is going to rise very soon. Let me actually check what the weather is going to be like in London. So it's currently 5 a.m, just turned 5 a.m. Thank you for being here and talking. Okay, so the weather is meant to be absolutely gorgeous in Brighton today. Let me check London. London is meant to be sunny and cloudy. Brighton is meant to be very sunny. So I'm leaving Brighton on a day that it's meant to be very sunny. But to be fair, the weather has been gorgeous in Brighton since I moved here. Like there hasn't really been a day of really bad weather. And then I'm very aware that we're in spring and like the sunsets have been absolutely gorgeous here. But people have also been telling me, they're like, just wait until like the summer sunsets. So I can't wait for that. Currently Tyler is playing in a McDonald's bag. The McDonald's tastes different out here, by the way. I don't know if maybe I'm overthinking it, but also the Domino's taste different out here. Y'all good? Bonnie is like hitting the bag. The Domino's taste completely different here than what it does back in Derry, but also the chicken nuggets taste completely different here than what they do back in Derry. So is this a conspiracy theory I want to open? I don't know. Because people say that McDonald's in America tastes different than the rest of the world. I want to open that up further than say it tastes different in Derry than it does in the UK. Are we ready for this conversation? I don't know if we are. Okay, so the butter has completely, as Trish would say, emulsified. And right now it's just kind of the rest of the almond milk kind of going around. I kind of put a lot in here. Now, because we live alone, my darlings, we are not going to be plating this up. We are going to be eating it right from the pan. You know why? Because I have no clean bowls right now and I'm going to be fully transparent in that. And I don't want to do any dishes. Honestly, if I eat the butter noodles, then I just need to rinse it off and wipe it down. No one else is eating from my pans. No one else is really eating from my bowls. And if you are, I hope you don't see this video. So, I mean, yeah, we're just gonna be eating from this. It looks super good. It's really like, I put a lot of milk in this. What is going on? Y'all good? I get so scared that whenever I hear like, this is one thing as well. So, because I'm now living alone, the animals love rustling at bags. They love jumping. I'm actually gonna give that until I finish this thought and then I'm gonna drain it. The animals love rustling bags. They love jumping on like chairs, on sofas. And because I'm living alone, it really terrifies me and I feel like someone's intruding. And Bonnie started barking last night and I genuinely was expecting to open my bedroom door and someone was breaking into my apartment. So it's giving me like manic thoughts. Like it's quite scary. So what I'm gonna do now is put this, drain it, and then show you it because my battery's about to die, but I'm really grateful that you were here and I appreciate that. So give me a second to do this. Okay, so here it is. It looks really good. I had to drain it because it was like really like wet. Looks really good. Thank you for being here and making dinner with me at 4 a.m. I don't want to call this breakfast because I don't want to tell myself that I'm eating butter noodles for breakfast, although I have done that before. Thank you for being here, making food with me and talking. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well and yeah, enjoy your day or your morning or your night or whenever. Love you very much. My bestie. My Trishy Fishy.